Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the month of January 2025. So this is the first monthly reading of the year. So let's get a good messages and see what's gonna come through for you. So Cancer, you have butterfly coming out as your spirit animal to represent this month, which to me shows complete and utter transformation taking place for you this month. So there could be some pretty big changes that you're faced with in January, and these changes are very positive. This is taking you from a caterpillar on the ground to a butterfly, living a multi-dimensional sort of experience. Like you only experienced limited perceptions of life previously. You did not have access to some of the resources and experiences and opportunities that are being unlocked for you in January. Does that make sense? So it's like before you could only view life from ground level perspective, and now you're able to really fly anywhere and see life from all sorts of perspectives. So it definitely feels like a massive, major, transformative, like sort of change or glow up situation that you're dealing with in January. We have spaciousness, and look, that butterfly is coming out again. Spaciousness. Wow, some of you guys you may be given the gift of having more room, more space to sort of spread your wings, more freedoms to really decide what you want and what you want things to look like. Also, it feels like anything that was very restrictive on you in the past is being lifted. Like if you were working with limited finances, limited space, like physically, limited or limitations on your work and what you were able to do and say, those limitations are being lifted for you in January, which is really exciting. This says, what do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things that drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. I love this message for you. Wow, 2 butterflies. I can't believe it. There's definitely some big transformation taking place for you in January that will just completely, like I'm seeing creating more space for whatever you sort of want life to look like. You know what this feels like? It's giving me this feeling like when I was 20 years old, I moved out of my parents' house, and I moved into a whole entire like townhouse with only one other person, and this one other person worked all the time. So I basically had the house to myself. And I remember the first day I was there, I was just in awe and shock. Like, what am I gonna do with all of this space? What's gonna happen here? And this is giving a similar energy. So whatever's happening for you in January may be allowing you to like grow and spread your wings. And it feels like there's a lot of new freedoms and opportunities that are flowing into you rapidly. You have the Tower coming out as your first card, Cancer. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Tower moments aren't bad in the tarot. It just is like a lot of change that happens very suddenly. And that's what I'm seeing here. It's like a lot of transformative change happening suddenly that it's like all you can think about. And you're just like, what do I do now? It's literally Tower moments change your entire life. Okay. So your routine, your structure, the environments you primarily find yourself in, those things are changing in some way, shape, or form. I want to see the cards that come out around this. 8 of Cups next to the Tower. So this transformation does involve you either physically moving or walking away or leaving something but it doesn't, how do I put this? It doesn't feel like you are, the intention is leaving something. It feels like the intention is that you're moving towards something else. Does that make sense? So it's not necessarily, you're not in the perception and mindset of like, oh, I'm walking away from this, I'm walking away from that, I'm ending this, I'm ending that. You're in the perception of I am going towards this. I'm moving towards this lighter, freer way of living and existing. But the flip side of that is, that also involves walking away from things and ending things and changes of scenery and things like that. And, to be honest with you, with the Tower card next to the 8 of Cups, for a lot of you, this could be cutting out like a dead weight in your life. So if any of you have a friendship, relationship, job, stressor, it's like something that it just gives you a headache, you're cutting it out of your life in January for sure. Or you might have recently cut it out of your life, and heading into January, you feel a lot lighter and freer because it's like, I no longer have to worry about this thing, you know? Or if it's not necessarily that, you're walking towards something big and spacious and expansive, but in the process of doing that, you are sort of releasing, letting go, and kind of like accidentally walking away from your older, more restrictive reality and the things that may have consisted in that. We have the Page of Swords coming out for you as well. Lots of problem solving. It feels like you are handling life with a lot of grace, a lot of finesse. Some of you may be feeling kind of like a child. Like, I don't know how I got myself into this situation in life, or this position of power and authority. And like, I'm the one that's expected to be making decisions here. And let me tell you, it never gets easier. It doesn't matter how old you are. Nobody knows what they're doing, you know? Like, even grandparents or people who are like CEOs of entire companies, they don't know what they're doing. You know, we're all just people we're all just ghosts that are haunting these like meat bodies that are just all hanging out on this rock that's flying through outer space at a very rapid pace. You know, we don't know what we're doing. Everything's made up. And so you may be feeling like a kid, like, wow, I can't believe I'm navigating such massive life changes and dealing with all of this. However, you know, you deserve to be here. So some of you guys may be struggling. I don't even want to use the word struggle. Some of you guys may be facing, what's that thing called? What is that called? Oh my gosh, you guys know what it is. Leave a comment. Where you're in a position of strength or privilege, but you don't believe that you deserve it. What is that called? This is going to bother me so much. There's a name for it. I'm sure you guys know. Let me know in the comments. But yeah. Also with the Page of Swords, there could be some more innocent souls here. Some children or young adults who may be sort of very curious about you or about what you're doing, maybe asking you lots of questions. And another thing here with the Page of Swords, you are just filled with new ideas. Look at all these light bulbs above her head, like completely brand new directions to take your life, your relationships, your business and career, your finances, like so many different ideas. And you're just, again, it feels like you're moving towards those ideas being completed, which kind of also means walking away from whatever the heck you were in. Okay, we have the Star coming out as well, right underneath that Tower card. Yes, you are pulling your manifestations, your dreams down into reality at a very rapid pace. It can actually feel a little overwhelming, but in a positive way. And right next to that, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, so another childlike sort of energy here. And this one is more emotional and creative. They don't understand this new beginning. So this could be a youth, a young person. This could be a part of you as well, especially since it's the Page of Cups particularly. There could be some apprehension about this new start. Some of you guys may have little tiny doubts here and there about your own capability of doing great, amazing things. So I would watch out for that. And next to that, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Make sure you stay very well balanced. Okay, make sure that the people, especially with these pages, the people in your life are getting enough time, energy, and attention. Even though you are in the midst of pretty big changes yourself personally, even though you have a million ideas that you really just want to like take action on, make sure that the people who are dependent upon you are also still getting your attention. So especially children or anybody who is like going through a rough time right now and needing your help and assistance, do not neglect them. Do not neglect that connection, that relationship. And also with the Page of Cups in reverse, do not neglect yourself and your own well-being in the midst of all of this expansive change, okay? Thank you so much for joining me, Cancer. This is going to be an amazing, crazy month for you. Let me know in the comments down below if you already kind of know what we're talking about. And yeah. Like this video, comment how it resonated, subscribe if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me, one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course, so check it out. Bye-bye.